Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to start second segment in SBI Clerk prelims. Here in English, we are going to start discussing questions, what type of questions they are given. Earlier, we discussed here about finding of the incorrect statements, how we supposed to choose the incorrect one and errors whether they are not. So now today we are going to comparatively once again it is another type of format of sentence finding the errors. So here let us start with the questioning. So let's start. So good evening, everyone. Let us start prelims exam of English subject and then. So here now today we are going to discuss the first question. We will start. So first question, select the part of the sentence which has an error from the given options. Select no error if all are correct. So here the given, see. So my Apple company, yeah, the given my Apple company smartphone is a good buy and is possibly cheapest than yours. So here about the Apple company smartphone, they are saying it is a good in quality and then is possibly cheapest than yours, means here comparative study they are saying. So here we are supposed to see about the comparative degree. So we have to see about the comparative degree. So according to that, here whenever we will go for the comparative degree, the word will start at verb will be end with the er. So verb whenever going to the statements, here verb we are going to supposed to check and which is going to end with the er. So this will be taken as a consideration. So now here. So here in some cases along with verb er, along with that here also we can able to see that than is used. So here this will becomes under the comparative degree. So my Apple company smartphone is a good buy and is possibly cheapest is given. So generally cheapest means it will becomes under superlative degree. What is the meaning of superlative degree? It will be going to explain about the quality, highest quality or lowest quality of the two possible objects. So here we used to see here than came along with the cheapest. Here along with this than came. So that's why we supposed to consider comparative degree. According to that statement here, the sentence having the error in the D option. So option will be D. And this is about the first question. Should I repeat once again? So here, my Apple company smartphone is a good buy and is possibly cheapest than yours. So here cheapest is given. So here comparative study we are doing. So comparative degree will be considered, and along with that here than is given. So it will be taken as a consideration whenever we are comparing. So here comparative degree, why can't we take as a superlative degree means it is about the quality we are saying discussing. No, in that case than should not be used, but here than is came along with the verb ending with the er. So that's why this is the error we are supposed to identify. So option would be D. So now let us go for the second question. Buckingham is a famous all over the world and apart from being the seat of the royal house, it is the eldest castle in Britain. So this is the statement they given. So here accordingly, so here if we see here the given eldest. So when it comes to the statement here, the given is the eldest. So generally if we see, when it comes to the adjective, superlative forms we consider, adjective will be considered in the superlative forms. In that case, we have to use old, old age and oldest. So here elder, generally elder will be comes to the same family. It will be when elder thing, the word will be used for the same family. So here in that case, we have to take that which option will be as a the option is a error. Oldest castle we supposed to take, but here eldest castle it is not related to the one card. Okay, so in that case we supposed to take oldest. Next, we will go for the next question. Alexander was one of the greatest kings who ever lived. Prasad Garu, the response. Who ever lived. His domain spanned from Greece to the Indo-Gangetic plains. He had riches beyond imagination. So here we have to find out error. So here one of the, here also we have to go for the superlative degree of the adjective. So superlatively we have to compare. Alexander is the greatest king, we know that. So here superlative degree will be considered. So accordingly here statement will comes this A. So greatest king. Greatest here, greater is given. Greater is given. So here legendary person, so that's why greatest is supposed to get. So option will be A. Now we will go for the fourth question. In the following sentence, a part of the sentence is underlined. Below are given alternatives to the underlined part, which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternative. In case no improvement is needed, choose the option no improvement. So here we will go for the sprung rhythm differs from running rhythm for having only one nominal rhythm instead of three. So here whether it is correct or not, we supposed to see. Along with that, what will comes in that case we supposed to see. So here actually underlined word, this is having the error here. So here we supposed to take in having only. So here in in this we supposed to take that in having only, in is the preposition, means situation something is going to be enclosing about something. So here we have to take in having only one nominal with them instead of three. So this supposed to be taken. Next we will go for the next question. So fifth question. In the following sentences, a part of the sentence is underlined. Below are given alternatives to the underlined part, which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternative. In case no improvement is needed, choose the option no improvement. So here, bilateral trade imbalances have largely driven by macroeconomic factors rather than tariffs. So here, regarding this, if we see whether the statement is correct or not, we have to see. So then, here if we see, it is connected by the by. So here we supposed to correct it as are largely driven. So here it is represented in the passive voice. What is the meaning of passive voice? Passive voice means what? So when it comes to the passive voice, subject is going to be verb which is representing in the subject, that is going to be in the, must be in the verb form which will be expressed, then that will be known as a passive voice. So it will be in the past. So we are supposed to take, and in that case, suggestive passive voice, in that case, verb form will be past participle form, that will be taken as a driven. So here, whenever we are taking this in the plural forms, automatically here we are supposed to change into the plural forms, and that will be related as a are largely driven. This is the second one, a second option we are supposed to replace over there. So in this way it will be correct. Next, sixth question. In the following sentences, a part of the sentence is underlined. Below are given alternatives to the underlined part, which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternatives. In case no improvement is needed, choose the option no improvement. So here there are two arguments made by the multilateral lender that are relevant from the problem of India's trade deficit. So here regarding this, if you see whether it is correct or not, we supposed to say are relevant forms. So here this is correct. Are relevant. So here they given as a form. Relevant from. So it is an incorrect statement. Here we supposed to improve that. So plural forms are given. So here we supposed to take as a, instead of from, we have to write to. So this is about are relevant to. So now we will go for the next question. In the following sentences, a part of the sentence is underlined. Below are given alternatives to the underlined part which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct one. No improvement. Then see here. Indian policy makers have long been worried about the scale of trade deficit with China. Here they given options. Having for long been, being, had to long be, and having in long been, have from long been, no improvement. Accordingly, what will be the correct answer we have to see. So here the sentence used for the form have for long been. So here the present perfect tense is used. So in that case we no need to bother. Here answer would be no improvement. It is used in the present perfect tense. So next, it happened long ago, that's why no need to change anything. So now we will go for the next question. In the following sentence, a part of the sentence is underlined. Below are given alternatives to the underlined part which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternatives. In case no improvement is needed, choose the option no improvement. much hinges for whether India can rein in its domestic macroeconomic imbalances. So this is a question. Here the given many hinge on, many hinging on, much hinging on, much hinges on, and no improvement is given. So then what will be the answer? So here it is a much hinges, it is a incorrect statement. So to improve that, two hinge we have to take, and two hinge, the meaning of two hinges dependent entirely on the just a minute. Depend entirely. This is the meaning of hinge. So then, to hinge is nothing but depend entirely. Accordingly, much is more appropriate than many. So accordingly, the option will be much hinges on is supposed to take. So next we will go for the next question. So now, ninth question onwards, we have the fill in the blanks. We will see appropriate word we supposed to fill. If you view competition as bad for consumers, we can't have a very dash view of their ability to resist corporate from arts. So here, what is the word we supposed to take is sanguine. Sanguine. What is the meaning of sanguine? We supposed to know. So sanguine means optimistic or positive. So even though the situation is worst, we are going to hope for the good. So in that way, sanguine will come. Depressed means it is a very bad moment, and sad is nothing but unhappy, and gloomy is pathetic situation. Pessimistic is nothing but, here we used to say that, simply negative outlook. So here correct will be, even the situation is bad for the consumers. In here negative impact is there, but still they are hoping for the positive. That's why we have to say get sanguine as the option. And then we will go for the next question. Second question. The bishop asked for severe dash from Sam for his conduct. Savor. The bishop asked for savor dash from Sam for his conduct. Here, penance will come. So penance, what is the meaning of penance? Here we supposed to take, penance is nothing but the voluntarily self-reflection. So whenever we did some mistake, we have to self-correction must be done. So that will be known as a voluntary act of self-punishment. This will be given. So penance will come in the case of fill in the blank here. The bishop asked for savor penance from Sam for his conduct, whatever the mistake he did. So regarding that, he has to take the initiation and he has to rectify that. So 11th question. The officers are attempting to dash the cause of the murder. So what they are going to unravel. So what all are nearby meaning, all are having the same meaning related to. Then what we supposed to take here? So here, first of all, unravel. What is the meaning of unravel? Investigating or solving something which is mysterious. That is the meaning of unravel. So here, unravel means investigating which is mysterious. Solving, trying to solve the problem which is mysterious. They didn't get the conclusion about that. So next we have the entangle. What is the meaning of entangle? So here together, caught in something. So entangle is nothing but caught in something. So caught in something. Caught in something. This is known as an entanglement. Question, already we know that. Question is nothing but asking and interrogate. And wonder. What is the meaning of wonder? Curious about something. So here, wonder the meaning is curious about something. And next, join. So join means already we know that became the part of the thing. So here correct answer will be unravel. Mysterious case is going to be interrogated or examined by the officers. So that's why that meaning is supposed to take unravel. The officers are attempting to unravel the cause of the murder. So next, the wall and ceiling. The walls and ceiling littered with gold and dash gems. So here, gold is there, gems is there. Cheap, it won't come. Already we know that gold is having a very high cost, so it won't come. It is not a common thing. And impaired. So here we have to find out in between these two, which one is the correct answer. Precious gems means valuable things will come. So this is the meaning of precious is nothing but valuable. So that's why we supposed to take that one as the option. So the walls and ceiling glittered with the gold and precious gems. This is the answer. So next we will go for the 13th question. With a reputation for changing into help people in distress, Jo gets herself into some terrible. So here they given advantages, predicaments and benefits, agreements and blessings. So here distress, help people in distress, charging into help people in distress. So here they given. So here regarding this we see predicaments will come. So here advantage, benefit, arguments, blessings, all these are come to the relevantly one thing. So here it is a beneficial thing, but here they maintained charges. So charges means it will be in the disadvantage situation. So it will be called as a difficult situation, or else we used to say that unpleasant moments are embarrassing things. Those were the meanings of predicaments. So now we will go for the next question. Fourteenth question. In each question, one sentence is given in which certain words are in bold and numbered from A to U. Below the sentences are given 5 options with possible pairs of interchange of those bold words. Choose the pair of words which are needed to be interchanged to make the sentence grammatically correct and meaningful. So here, whatever the bold words highlighted in the dark mark highlightedly the given. Those whether they are correct or not are what we supposed to change, we have to see. So now here we will see what is given. Liverpool might be runaway leaders, but what of the other leagues? The relegation battle, the promotion tussle of the lower divisions, player contracts, and the transfer window. So here all the statements accordingly given correctly. So then the sentence is correct. No need to change anything. So next we will go for the next question. So 15th question. So here Same, grammatically correct or not, interchanging, we supposed to do all these things regarding the same pattern question. Here also we used to see. So here, to be sure, the Indian state is exodus at the moment and there are genuine capacity issues, but the inability to provide workers means of livelihood and assure them of shelter and food in their place of work, triggered and overwhelmed. So here, what will be the bold words meanings we have to see. First of all, overwhelmed means had strong emotions. See here, overwhelmed means regarding this, the meaning is strong emotions. Effect on some. Overwhelmed is nothing but strong emotional effect on some. And next, we have the genius. We know that it is said to be authentic. So very genuinely, it is very, we used to say that genuine meanings truly what something is said to be. Means honesty. Genuine is nothing but honesty. We can say, which is true. And next, we have the livelihood. What is the meaning of livelihood? Generally, whatever the necessary things we need, that will be provided. So then it will be known as a livelihood. And next we have the trigger, means causes that happen to exist. So something happened to exist, that will be known as a trigger. So accordingly, what we supposed to change? A to E, we supposed to change. Then, if we change that, what will be the answer? Overwhelmed, overwhelmed at the moment, and there are genuine capacity issues, but the inability to provide workers means of livelihood and assure them of shelter and food in their place of work triggered an exodus. So here, exodus meaning is what? Exodus is nothing but mass of departure of people. Departure of people. Departure of people. Exodus. Exodus meaning is departure of people. So this will be replaced with the word strong emotional effect. Here Indians are having the strong emotional effect due to that they are genuine capacity issues. Means capacity issues means sometimes they are unable to provide enough work. In that case, livelihood means daily life, whatever they needed, that will not be provided. So this is about the state. So now we will go for the next question. 16th question. So it is also saying grammatical mistakes, whether we supposed to whatever the words given in the bold that should be replaced, or we have to rearrange them, or else where we supposed to place, regarding that we have to check. So here, the warfare of damages and the intensity of the Australian wildfires had extended to the catastrophe caused by the fires in Brazilian Amazon forests and in California in the United States. This is a given. So here we are supposed to replace A to C. Then here what will be the correct sentence? The extent of damage and the intensity of the Australian wildfire. Intensity means depth, extended, warfare. Catastrophe caused by the fires in the Brazil, Amazon forest and California in the United States. It's a huge impact. So in that case here, Warford. So here, Warford meaning. Warford meaning. We supposed to know that Warford meaning. So here it is a small insignificant insignificant in comparison. Means insignificant in comparison. Warfare meaning. So intensity is nothing but in depth. It is giving a huge impact. So here extent. What is the meaning of extent? The area covered by something. The meaning of extent is area covered by something. Area covered by something. So accordingly, here we have to replace A with the C. Then the extent of damages and the intensity of the Australian wildfires have warfed insignificant in comparison. The gas strokes caused by the fires. So here, caused by the fires that leads to the Brazilian Amazon forest is having the catches for severe fire, and then California and United States. So accordingly, A will be replaced with the C. This is the option we are supposed to choose. The next, we will go for the next question. 17th question. It is also same pattern question. So we will go for the next question. So with Australians average Australia's average summer temperatures declining, means decreasing drastically day by day, decreasing. Increase in the frequency and intensity of reeling waves and droughts, and vast parts of the country were heat under the drought for 3 years with increasing average rainfall level. So here what will be the answer we are supposed to see? So here we are supposed to take this one as the correct answer. So with the Australian, A to E. E is nothing but here. Here, Australian average summer temperature. Declining is decreasing. So increase in the frequency and intensity of the heat. Summer season means heat will be no. So that's why here, here reeling will be replaced with the heat, and here summer season means day by day temperature will be increases, not decreases. So that's why that would be replaced with the increase. So answer will be A to E, B to C. We have to change. Then the statements will be with Australia's average summer temperatures increasing, there has been an increase in the frequency and intensity of heat waves and droughts, and vast part of the country were reeling under a drought for 3 years. Reeling means phasing. So droughts for with a declining average rainfall levels. So declining is day by day it is going to be decreased. In this way, A to E, B to C we have to change. Now 18th question. So it is also same. So here they given in each question one sentence is given. In each sentence certain words are in bold and numbered from A to E. Below the sentences are given with the 5 options with possible pairs of interchange of those bold words. Choose the pair of words which are needed to be interchanged to make the sentence grammatically correct and meaningful. So we have to see what will be the correct answer. So not only is the efficacy of an inflation targeting policy decision based on such disaster figures questionable, but it also brings to the management the political intentions of the current government for inflation 4. So here what we supposed to change? So C to E. C to E. C is nothing but management should be changed to force. Force the political. So here force by, if we pressurize them, automatically the government will implement the things whatever needed from the management. So that's why here E is supposed to be here, 4 will come. So here it also brings to the 4 the political intentions of current government for inflation management. Whatever they are neglecting, those are going to be concentrated. That is a myth. So now we will go for the next question. Comprehension type questions now we supposed to check. The red planet Mars, named for the Roman god of war, has long been an omen in the night sky, and in its own way, the planet's rusty red surface tells a story of destruction. Billion of years ago, the fourth planet from the sun could have been mistaken for Earth's smaller twin, with liquid water on its surface and maybe even life. Now the world is a cold, barren desert with a few signs of liquid water. But after decades of study using orbiters, landers and rovers, scientists have dashed Mars as a dynamic. Here regarding this first line, first question, please choose the correct synonym of omen. What is the meaning of omen? So here omen meaning is augury. So what is the meaning of this is nothing but occurrence believed to support a future event. Forfeit by the malfunctioning of the software. Forfeit is nothing but malfunctioning. And next we have the shopkeeper adopted unfordic. So practice to gain points. And next contradict. So here it is opposite. It already completed in the past. So that's why contradict. We can't able to change it. So it already happened. Oppositely we can't able to try to change that. So that's why it won't come. Then augury will be the correct answer. So it is nothing but believe in the things. What will happens in the future, that is going to be believed by us in the positive. That will be known as augury, the meaning of the augur. So next, we will go for the next question. So this first paragraph in the first fill in the blank completed. Mars as a dynamic wind-blown landscape that could just maybe harbor microbial life beneath its rusty surface even today. With a radius of 2,106 miles, Mars is the 7th largest planet in our solar system and about half the diameter of the Earth. Its surface gravity is 37.5% of Earth's. Mars rotates on its axis every 24.6 Earth hours, defining the length of a Martian day, which is called a SOI, short for solar day. So Mars' axis of rotation is tilted 25.2 degrees relative to the plane of the planet's orbit around the Sun, which helps give Mars seasons similar to those on Earth. Whichever hemisphere is tilted closer to the Sun experiences spring and summer, while the hemisphere tilted away gets fall and winter. Two specific moments each year called the equinoxes. Both hemispheres receive equal illumination, but for several reasons, seasons on Mars are different from hemispheres receive equal illumination. But for several reasons, seasons on Mars are different from those on Earth. For one, Mars is on average about 50% further from the Sun than Earth is, with an average orbital distance of 142 million miles. This means that it takes Mars longer to complete a single orbit, stretching out its year and the lengths of its seasons. So on Mars, a year lasts 669.6 solar years or 687 Earth days, and in individual season can last up to 194 solar years or just over 199 Earth days. The angle of Mars' axis of rotation also changes much more often than Earth's, which has led to swings in the Martian climate on time scales of thousands to millions of years. In addition, Mars' orbit is less circular than Earth's, which means that its orbital velocity varies more over the course of a Martian year. This annual variation affects the timing of the red planets, solstices, and equinoxes. On Mars, the northern hemisphere spring and summer are longer than the fall and winter. There is another complicating factor. Mars has a far thinner atmosphere than Earth, which dramatically lessens how much heat the planet can trap near its surface. Surface temperatures on Mars can reach as high as 70 degrees Fahrenheit and as low as 200 and minus 225 degrees Fahrenheit, but on average, its surface is minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit, a full 138 degrees colder than Earth's average temperature. The primary driver of modern Martian geology is its atmosphere, which is mostly made up of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and argon. By Earth standards, the air is preposterously thin. Air pressure at Mount Everest is about 50 times higher than it is at the Martian surface. Despite the thin air, Martian breezes can gust up to 60 miles an hour, kicking up dust that fuels huge dust storms and massive fields of alien sand dunes. So choose the appropriate antonymy of dynamics. So here dynamics they are asking. So regarding this, so active, energetic, lively, logistic, and static. So what will be the correct answer? Please let me know. What will be the correct answer? Dynamic, antonym. Dynamic is nothing but steady state. So here what will come? So dynamic is nothing but different from the pre-COVID period. So that's why we have to take static is the opposite word. So next we will go for the next question. Question what is given? What can you infer from the line the angle of Mars' axis of rotation also changes much more often than Earth's, which has led to swings in the Martian climate on time scales of thousands to millions of years. So regarding this, we supposed to see what will be the answer. So here, the angle of Mars axis rotation has led to changes in Martian climate. That is the correct option. The angle of Mars axis rotation has led to changes in the time scales. That is also correct. Axis of rotation changes more often than Earth. So all the statements are correct. From that paragraph, we can able to see that all these changes we used to see frequently on the Mars compared to the Earth. So next, 22nd question. Here, fill in the blanks were given. We are supposed to find out what will be the correct answer we have to expect. So now, let us go for the question. Now, the world is a cold, barren desert with few signs of liquid water. But after the decades of study using the arbiterates and landers and rovers, scientists have dashed Mars as a dynamic, wind-blown landscape that could just maybe harbor microbial life beneath its crusty surface even today. So here in this fill in the blank, what we supposed to take, we have to see. Launching. What is the meaning of launching? We used to see every time whenever new invention done. The particular company is going to be launched or going to launch, we used to mean something is newly introduced. The launched meaning is something is newly introduced. The meaning is something is newly introduced. And next, encapsulated meaning bind together. So encapsulated meaning is bind together. Encapsulated means bind together. So next, reimburse. Reimburse is nothing but what? Recompensate. We used to hear reimbursement means returning. Refunding is known as a reimburse. So next, reveal. So what is the meaning of reveal? Announce something. So scientists have revealed Mars as a dynamic. So this will be the answer. Inquiry means question, finding out something about that thing. So that's why it is totally irrelevant. So reveal will be the correct answer. Then rovers and scientists have revealed Mars as a dynamic, wind-blown landscape that could just maybe harbor microbial life beneath its rusty surface even today. So, 23rd question. What is the average temperature on Mars? So, already in the paragraph given, no? So we will go through the paragraph once again. So here, see, here they give it on average, it's means it is nothing but it is about a Mars, is minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a direct question. So then we can take what is the average surface temperature on the Mars is minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit. So now, we will go for the next question. The red planet, regarding the same planet. How many days are there in a year on a Mars? How many days are there on the Mars? So regarding this also, we have to see. It is given here. See here. On Mars, a year lasts 669.6 solar years or 687 Earth days. So according to the question, we are supposed to take 687 Earth days as the answer. So we will go for the 25th question. What is the radius of Mars? In the radius. So wait, I will show you. Here, see here. Landscape with the radius of 2106 miles. Mars is the 7th largest planet in our solar system. So accordingly, so what will be the answer here? What is the radius of Mars? Please let me know, everyone. 2106 2,106 months. Earlier I underlined, see here, 2,106 months. So from paragraph only we are getting the answers. So next, here, directions. The comprehension type questions were completed. Now we will go for the rearrangement of the statements. See here, the sentence given below divided into 4 part sentences may or may not be grammatically or contextually correct. Interchange the parts of the sentences to make it correct and mark the correct interchange as your answer. If no interchange is required, mark no interchange is required as your answer. So this is a given. So we have to go through this. So here, reflecting the paradoxical. So reflecting the paradoxical sinking fate of waterlogged ecosystem within a Myristica swamp, reliant on freshwater bodies and face an imminent threat due to climate changes and the desiccation of vital water resources, endemic and endangered plant species residing. So in this, what were the changes we supposed to do is A to D. So here, regarding this, so here, first, A will be changed to the D. So then we need to swap A to the D. So then context A. So here it will start with the endemic and endangered plant species residing within the Mysterica swamp, reliant on freshwater bodies, face an imminent threat due to climate changes and destination of vital water resources. That leads to the reflecting and paradoxical sinking fate of waterlogged ecosystem. So whatever living in the ecosystem, water bodies. So day by day, climate changes leading to the drastic changes in the water system. That is the meaning of this sentence. So now A to D we supposed to. So next we will go for the next question. So here also next question with the same pattern. The Chandrayaan-3 is successful landing on the moon. This is a statement. Is contingent upon alignment of the launch date with the lunar sunrise, with its indigenous lander and rover equipment with scientific payloads, thus potentially occurring during the final week of August. So here we are supposed to change B to C. So B here, we have to solve this. So alignment of the launch date of the lunar sunrise, that will be changed with the indigenous lander and rover equipment with the scientific payloads that should be launched. So in that way, B is supposed to be rearranged after C. So 28th question. There are thereby creating employment avenues for both semi-skilled and skilled workers, and expanding implementation of the policy scheme, and mainly driven by rapid digitalization, technological advancement. Going forward, employment levels are expected to remain buoyant. So here what will be the correct answer? We supposed to see. So here we have to rearrange the statement A to D and B to C. So here if we rearrange the D is nothing but employment levels are expected to remain buoyant, and the expanding buoyant going forward. The expanding implementation of policy schemes mainly driven by rapid digitalization, technology, advertisements, and then thereby creating employment avenues for both semi-skilled and skilled workers. In this way, we have to rearrange them. So now, we will go for the 29th question, where organizers are seeking to make the case for artificial intelligence in the 9 humanoid robots gathered at the AI for Good conference in Geneva, and the robots it is powering to help resolve some of the world's biggest challenges such as disease and hunger. So here, what we supposed to change is A to B. A to B means here what we supposed to take? The 9 humanoid robots gathered at the AI for Good conference in Geneva, where organizers are seeking to make the case for the artificial intelligence. And the robots, it is powering to help resolve some of the world's biggest challenges such as diseases and hunger. This is a rearrangement. So here, earlier, they arranged the conference, then only in that case, they are seeking for the artificial intelligence, whether it is useful or not, and all the advantages regarding this, they are gathered and resolving the problems regarding that they are discussing. So that's why A should be replaced with the B string. So now, we'll go for the last question. So here, the intricate interplay between regulatory frameworks, global market fluctuations, technical advancement, and risk management strategies profoundly shapes the intricate landscapes of banking and finance, demanding constant adaptation and meticulous analysis to ensure sustainable growth and mitigate systemic vulnerabilities. So here, day by day, whatever the global marketing fluctuations we are seeing, why? Because earlier we used to do manual work, that will be replaced with the technology. Now we are going for the AI. So everything is depending, day by day systems are going to be developed and technology implementation is more. So in that way, all the statements we are going to be adopted. So regarding to the risk management, all these things will be rectified and beneficial way they are developing, and we are adapting to those situations. So that's why all the statements are correct and accordingly arranged. So that's why no interchange is required here. So everybody, I hope everybody understood, and I hope everybody like to watch it, and uh, keep on touch, and meanwhile we will mutually come in contact to learn the English competitive exam English part. And thank you everyone for supporting us, and like to support us, like and subscribe and share to everybody, and thank you everyone.